Hey guys, it's Jeremy here at Metal Music Meltdown, back with another video. What I have today, guys, here is a little bit different of a video idea. I was kind of thinking about all the great bands that are female fronted. So I want to compile a list of my top 10 bands that are female fronted in vocals. I didn't include any solo artists, though there won't be like Janis Joplin. She'd definitely be on my list. She's always been one of my favorite singers. I just went with female singers that are in actual bands or have band names, not just solo artists. And how I compiled my list, I went with bands, obviously, that have female vocalists as the lead vocals, but a combination of either the female vocals ability in terms of skill level, and then also how much I like the band they're in as a whole. So combining those two things, that's how I can compile my list. So some bands are on there more because I like the band a lot and they just happen to have a female vocalist. And some bands are on here more because I love the vocalist because they're just so talented and have an amazing voice. And the band I like, but not as much as other bands that have maybe a weaker vocalist per se. That's how I kind of came up with it, combining those two things together. So let's jump right in, guys, so the video's not too long. The first one I went with here at number 10 is Spiritbox, Canadian heavy metal band with, sorry, I'm drawing a blank, Courtney on vocals. I'm drawing a blank on her last name now. Courtney LaPlante on vocals. I like Spiritbox. They only have the one full-length album out right now, which I really like. A lot of really good singles on there. I really like the band a lot. Her vocal ability is really strong. She can do really good, clean vocals and the really good, harsh, growling vocals as well. I just really think this band has a lot of potential, and I think they're really going to do really well. But that first album is killer. I still have to pick it up on a hard copy, The Eternal Blue. But yeah, really good band. Number 9, I went with Ginger. This band I went primarily more so because of Tatiana's vocal ability. I do like Ginger. I like a lot of their songs. I'm not into the band quite as much as I enjoy the vocals themselves, but her ability to go back and forth between these super beautiful, melodic, clean vocals to the most guttural vocals you've ever heard. She can transition back and forth so effortlessly. You see live material of her playing at like big festivals, and she just bounces back and forth between the clean and the harsh so easily. Makes it look effortless, really good breath control. And like I said, I do enjoy the band. They only have a few albums out so far, I think 3 or 4. But yeah, for me, for Ginger, it's more about the vocalist. Number 8, I went with another Canadian band, Unleash the Archers. Power metal band formed out of British Columbia. The lead singer, Brittany Hayes, or also known as Brittany Slays. Really good vocalist. She hits those really good high notes. She's got a little bit of a lower register for her regular singing voice, but this band as a whole is so talented. The lead vocals are killer. Both guitarist and bass player skill levels are through the roof. The drummer's insane as well. This band should be a lot bigger. Their songs are catchy, they're epic, they're heavy, they're fast, they're melodic. This band is just killer. And for me, this one was more about the overall skill level of the band, but also Brittany's vocals are killer. Always been one of my favorite female vocalists in a band. At number 7, I went with the Plasmatics, American punk rock, hardcore punk, and kind of heavy metal mixed in. Love this band. Have a completely different sound, more punk rock and hardcore. But Wendell Williams on vocals, she was a character. She's just like a really good front woman, like really captured the crowd, really intense on stage. If you ever saw her live performances, she would like chainsaw metal with a chainsaw, like just crazy sparks flying everywhere. I've heard about a story about when she played live and she got like punched in the face by a hardcore kid and her nose got broke and she just kept playing, kind of thing. Like she's insane, but crazy good vocals, and probably my favorite female performer of all time in terms of stage presence and how she performed on stage. Unfortunately, I never got to see her live personally, but the footage I've seen of her blew me away. And Plasmatics has a cool sound. Still enjoy the band, but for me, it's more about her vocals and the front, lead vocalist of stage presence. At number 6, I went with Nervosa, all female band from originally from Brazil, but the last 2 albums were more international. Currently, Prika is on vocals. She's the last surviving original member. But the last album had Diva Satanica, which was really good as well. They have changed vocalists a few times. For me, in this case, I like the band overall more than the vocalist. Prika does a really good job taking over the lead vocals on the last album. She sounds really good. I really did like Diva on the last one, on Perpetual Chaos. A really good album. Was I think number 3 on my end of the year list. But overall, I just love this band more. Really good death thrash metal band. And no matter who takes over for vocals and what other members come in for the other parts in the band, they always kill it, and I've always enjoyed the material. Number 5, I went with the classic British American rock band Fleetwood Mac. Of course, Stevie Nicks is the lead singer, or one of the lead singers in the band. Beautiful voice. Always love Fleetwood Mac. This one, I love Stevie Nicks, but I love the band even more. Obviously, Rumors is probably their best album by far, with so many classic tunes on there, such as Dreams and Don't Stop, Go Your Own Way. Just the Chain. Just love this band. Really melodic, fun, soft kind of rock to listen to. Old school, but a classic. And Stevie Nicks is a great singer. Next at number 4, I have the Dutch symphonic band Epica, and their lead singer is Simone Simons. Really good vocalist. She has these really majestic, kind of soaring, high vocals. She doesn't really do growls, but love this band. The band's got a lot of heaviness, but a lot of that symphonic, kind of beautiful musical passages. It's always a band I've really enjoyed, and I picked up a few of their albums. There's still a bunch I want to pick up from them. I think I have like 3 of their albums, but I'm always impressed by this band. They have a good mix of like heaviness and speed, but also very epic and like symphonic, kind of beautiful passages with Simone's vocals soaring over the top. Always been a really good band that I enjoy, and Simone's vocals are killer. Number 3, I went with Heart. I do enjoy Heart's music. Dreamboat Annie is their best album easily, but it's Ann Wilson, guys. Like, let's be real. Ann Wilson might be my favorite female vocalist of all times in terms of skill level. The music I enjoy, I like obviously a little bit heavier music, but Heart's really good. But her vocals are so good. She's like so beautiful, crisp. She can rock out when she needs to. She can sing beautiful kind of ballady songs. If you've never seen her do that Led Zeppelin tribute for the guys when she sang Stairway to Heaven, go on YouTube and check it out. It's on my channel as well. I did a reaction to it. But check out her cover of Stairway to Heaven. You'll be blown away. And this is not even in her prime. This is when she's older. But she still kills it. And yeah, Ann Wilson's fucking a beast on vocals. She's so good. So good. Number 2, I went with Warlock, really old school one from 82. German heavy metal band, of course, fronted by the mighty Doro Pesch, the queen of metal. Love Doro. She's just a really good front woman. She's one of us. She's a diehard metalhead. She loves metal. She's like, 60 something now. And you can tell she's a fan first and then a musician second. She loves metal as much as performing it. Love Warlock's sound, that old classic heavy metal sound. Doro's voice is great. Even now, she sounds really, really good. She did that collab cover of Eclipse of the Heart with Rob Halford. She still sounds incredible. And it looks amazing too for her age. She looks really, really good. But Warlock is classic, the queen of metal. And yeah, she's incredible. Really good front woman. And number 1, I went with Nightwish. This one I went with the band because I really enjoy the band. I have a bunch of reactions to their music on my channel, so definitely check that out. But in terms of the band members themselves, Floor Jansen's the one on vocals right now, and In my opinion, she's the best vocalist they've ever had. But when you had previous vocalists, when you had the previous vocals like Tarja, for instance, as the last vocalist, who is like through the roof, incredible vocalist. And I'm drawing a blank on the other girl's name, but they had 3 vocalists in the band. All 3 were top level. That's why I had to put it at number 1. Because not only did they have Floor, who is like on the next whole other level, but they had 3 vocalists that just killed it. But I think Floor by far is their best. And yeah, I had to make my number 1. Love Nightwish, and love Floor even more. Let me know down below, guys, what your picks would be for the top 10 female-fronted bands. And until next time, keep it metal.